Most beginners sell the wrong AI service, so do this instead. When I first started thinking about which AI service I wanted to sell, I almost chose the wrong one. Now, let's be clear, it was good, it looked impressive, and I definitely could see how businesses might benefit from it. But the problem was not the service, the problem was how I chose it. I saw other people talking about it. I saw new AI tools making it easier to build, and I thought, okay, this must be the opportunity. But I'd chosen the solution before I actually understood the problem. And that is easy to do because right now there's a new AI tool coming out every single week. And somebody's telling you that this is what every business is going to need. And you see it's getting attention, so you assume this is where the money is at. And I hate to tell you, but that's the shiny object syndrome. And I'm not saying that like I'm above it because that's exactly what I was doing. In my last video, I shared how one client paid me $16,794 for AI services before I felt ready. But getting paid for a service and knowing whether that's the right service to keep selling are two different questions. So in this video, I want to help you answer the second one. How do you know whether an AI service is actually worth selling before you're spending weeks learning a tool, building a demo, and creating an offer around something the market may not urgently want? Now, I use a simple framework called the PAID test. And by the end of this video, you will have a clear way to evaluate your idea, a prompt you can use to research the market, and a short script that you could use to validate the problem with real businesses. Because the best AI service to sell is not necessarily the one getting the most attention. It's the one connected to the problem that somebody already wants solved. Now, most beginners don't intentionally choose a bad service. They just choose a service too early. You find an AI tool that looks interesting. You learn what it can do. Then you start imagining all the businesses that could use it. And once you get excited about a tool, it becomes super easy to convince yourself that everybody needs it. But the business owner is not looking for a situation from that direction. They're not asking, what new AI service can I add to my company? They're thinking about whatever keeps making their day harder. Something is taking too long or something is getting missed. Their team is frustrated. Customers are frustrated. A process that should be simple has somehow become a constant headache. Now that's where the opportunity starts. And the AI tool may help you solve the problem faster, but the tool does not create the demand. The problem creates the demand. Now that's the shift that I had to make. Instead of asking what to do, what to sell, I needed to ask, what is this business already trying to fix? So do this before you build anything. Take the AI service that you're currently considering and explain it without using the word AI. Don't describe the tool or the workflow or talk about how advanced it is. Just explain what becomes better for the business. Use this sentence: I help type of business achieve result by fixing problem. Let's say somebody describes their service like this: I build an AI-powered internal knowledge system. Now that tells me what they build, but it doesn't immediately tell me why the business should care. A clearer version would be, I help growing teams find accurate company information faster so employees can stop wasting time searching through documents and asking the same questions. Now I understand what's happening inside the business. I can picture the frustration and I can start juggling whether that problem is important enough to pay to solve. The service itself has not changed. The value is just clear. And if you struggle to finish that sentence, that doesn't automatically mean that the idea is bad. It just means you probably need to understand the customer better before you build more. Now that is a useful thing to discover early because the best service changes with the business. So there's not one AI service that every beginner should sell. So regardless what gurus say, there is not one AI service that every beginner should sell. The right service depends on the business and how expensive the problem is inside that business. So imagine two companies dealing with the same process. At one company, the team handles it easily. It barely takes any time. Nobody is complaining and nothing important is getting lost. At another company, that same process is happening constantly. It slows everybody down. Employees are tired of dealing with it and mistakes keep creating more work. The solution might be similar, but the value is completely different. The service didn't become better, the problem became more expensive. Now that's what you're looking for, not the most impressive AI service, not the service that everybody is suddenly talking about. The strongest connection between a real problem and a valuable result. Now that's what the PAID test helps you to evaluate. PAID stands for painful, acknowledged, impactful, deliverable. It's not a guarantee that the service will sell. You still need to talk to the market, but it gives you a much better starting point than just choosing an offer because an AI tool looked exciting in a tutorial. The first thing I want you to know is whether the problem is actually painful, whether the business owner agrees that it can be improved. Almost everything can be improved, but what you need to know is if there's a real consequence attached to it. What happens when the process fails? What happens when it takes too long? What happens when the team keeps doing it the same way? A simple question you can ask is, what happens if the business does nothing about the problem for the next 6 months? If the honest answer is probably not much, then that service may still be useful, but there just may not be much urgency around it. Now, if the problem keeps creating frustration, lost opportunities, wasted effort, or avoidable mistakes, then you might have something worth exploring. That's where people confuse useful with urgent. You know, a lot of things can be useful, but businesses still put them off. They move faster when the cost of doing nothing is clear. So the next question is whether the buyer already acknowledges the problem, because a real problem and an acknowledged problem are not always the same thing. If a business owner is already saying this process is a mess, or my team is tired of doing this, or we keep losing track of things, then you're entering a conversation that already exists. You don't have to spend the first half of a sales call trying to convince them that something is wrong. But when the buyer does not recognize the problem, the sale becomes much harder. Now you have to explain the issue, prove that it matters, show what it might be costing them, and only then introduce your service. But that's a lot of work before they even care about your solution. This is why I would pay attention to the language that people in the market already use. Look at reviews, listen to interviews with business owners, descriptions. Spend time in the places where people in that industry actually talk. You're listening for repeated frustrations, the things they keep complaining about, the processes that they keep trying to fix, the work that nobody wants to keep doing. That language tells you where the pressure is. And later, it helps you explain your offer in words that the buyer already understands. So the third part is impact. If you solve the problem, does something meaningful change? Not something vague like the company becomes more efficient, but actually becomes better. Does a process that used to take hours become noticeably faster? Does the team stop repeating the same work? Or does the business recover opportunities that were previously getting lost? Or does the customer experience improve in a way that the company can actually feel? The point is not to make a huge promise, it's to connect the service to a result that the buyer can actually understand. Now, that's a big difference between saying an AI system will improve your operations and saying this process currently takes your team most of the afternoon. The goal is to reduce it to less than half an hour. Now that buyer has something real to evaluate. So when you're researching the opportunity, ask how often does the problem happen? Who is affected by it? And what happens when it goes wrong? What would noticeably improve if it disappeared? Now that's where AI tools are the most useful. A good AI tool will help you research the process, organize information, prototype the idea, or build simple proof of concept. But it can't decide whether the problem is important. The tool can help you deliver the solution. The market decides whether the solution has value. So finally, the last part of the paid test is deliverability. Can you solve the problem for more than one client without creating entirely different services every time? Your clients will never be identical. They may use different systems, their teams may work differently. So of course, some customization is normal, but the core process should become more familiar each time you deliver it. The questions you ask, the way you onboard the client, the steps you follow, how you test the solution, and how you would know whether or not it worked. Okay, so here's a simple way for you to think about it. If a business bought this service, would the 5th delivery be easier than the first? And if the answer is yes, then maybe you're building something repeatable. But if the answer is no, your offer may still be too broad. You may be trying to solve too many problems at once. Or you may be trying to serve too many different types of businesses. Or even still, you may be including more than the client actually needs in the first version. You don't need to fix the entire company. You need to solve one valuable problem clearly enough that the business can feel the result. Now, here's the part I love. You score the idea. Now take the service that you're considering and give 1 point to each part of the paid test. Is the problem painful? Does the buyer already acknowledge it? Would solving it create a meaningful impact? And can you deliver it repeatedly? Now, 4 out of 4 does not mean that you should immediately build a full service. It means that the idea deserves validation. And a 3 might mean it's a good opportunity, but the offer needs to be narrower or explained more clearly. And a 1 or a 2 may be a sign that you're more excited about the AI tool than the actual business problem. And that's where you have to be honest with yourself. When you learn a new tool, it's easy to start seeing use cases everywhere. And suddenly every business looks like a potential customer. But being able to imagine how a business could use something is not the same as finding demand. Here's a prompt that you could use to start researching the market before you commit to a service. Just paste this into ChatGPT, Claude, or whatever AI research tool that you want to use. I'm researching businesses in the industry market. Help me identify recurring operational problems that may be creating frustration, delays, lost opportunities, or unrelated manual work. Don't suggest AI solutions yet. For each problem, explain who inside the business experiences it. How often is it likely to happen? And what happens when it's not solved? What evidence should I look for when researching it? What questions I should ask a business owner to understand whether the problem is urgent? The most important instruction is don't suggest AI tools yet. Because if you ask for solutions too early, the AI tool might start forcing technology into a situation before you understand what's actually happening. So use the prompt to organize your research. Don't treat the response as proof. You still need to speak to real people. So use this validation script. So before you spend some serious time building, talk to 5 people in the market. Now listen, you're not trying to pitch them yet. You're trying to understand how the problem works in real life. You can say, hey, I'm doing some research on how businesses like yours handle specific process. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I just want to understand how it currently works and where the friction is. Would you mind if I ask a few questions? Then ask, how are you handling it right now? And what's the hardest part? And how often does that happen? And what happens when something goes wrong? And what have you already tried? If you can fix one part of the process, what would it be? Then stop and listen. Do they sound really frustrated? Have they already tried to fix it? Is the problem showing up often enough to matter? You're not looking for them to tell you that your idea sounds good or cool. People can say an idea sounds awesome all day long, but you're looking for evidence that the problem is actually active. And if those conversations show you that the problem is not strong enough, then it's still useful. You've just saved yourself from building around assumption. Believe me, I get it. So if you're trying to choose an AI service, understand the market, turn what you know into a clearer offer, join my email list below. That's where I share more of the prompts, AI tools, offer breakdowns, and lessons that don't always make it to these videos. And as I continue to build and test and refine my own offers, I will share the parts that can help you make better decisions in your business too. The link is below. Now, the fact that you're still here, you are going to get this juicy detail, because once the idea passes the paid test and you hear real evidence from the market, don't build the biggest version that you can imagine. Start with the smallest version that creates a result that the business can actually feel. Maybe improve one process, help one team, remove one recurring frustration, create one clear outcome. It should be valuable enough to matter, but focus enough that you can explain and deliver it well. Now that makes the offer easier to understand, and it makes the work easier to manage. And it also gives you a clear way to prove that your service works. Then you can expand from there. Not because you figured out 20 more features, but because the first version gave you evidence. And clarity comes from moving. And honestly, this is one of the reasons why I tell people to start before they feel completely ready. Clarity doesn't come from sitting around thinking about the perfect offer. It comes from speaking to businesses, testing ideas, making offers, explaining what you'll do until the message becomes clear. Even creating content like this helps me sharpen how I communicate my offers and think through value. It just means that clarity comes from getting closer to the market, not waiting further away from it. So the best AI service to sell is the one that is connected to a painful problem that the buyer already understands, a result that they genuinely care about, and a process that you can deliver repeatedly. Now that is the paid test. Painful, acknowledged, impactful, deliverable. Now listen, once you know how to execute ideas that way, you don't need somebody online to just hand you a random list and tell you which service to copy. You can study the market, understand what's happening, and make better decisions for yourself. So here's what I want you to do after this video. Write down the service you're considering. Explain it without describing the AI tool or the workflow. Score it using the paid test, and then use a research prompt and speak to 5 people in the market before you build anything major. Now, you may discover that the idea is strong, or you may realize that it needs to be more narrow, or you may find out that the market cares about a completely different problem entirely. All 3 of the outcomes are useful because the goal is not to prove your first idea is right. The goal is to find an offer that people actually want. And if you want more practical prompts, AI tool breakdowns, and lessons like this, join the Grow community. It's completely free, and I'll share more of what I'm testing, learning, and using as I continue building. The link is below, so understand the problem first, then choose the service. And remember, if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's grow.